Do you ever feel like the climate crisis has forced you to grow up faster than you should have? Hey everyone, my name's Amber from the Earth Emotions Project. I'm back with our first series looking at the stigmatization of youth involved in eco-activism. This is a follow-up from our 2022 study that looked at newspaper narratives of children and the climate crisis. The research team found 4 common stereotypes, and today we're going into the adultified minor. Adultification refers to the role reversal between adults and children. As it relates to climate change, adults' failure to take responsibility for their contribution to the climate crisis forces children to be the grown-ups instead. We see many examples of youth protesters rightly criticizing adults for not acting their age, or for not cleaning up their own messes. Youth are allegedly too young or too immature to know what they're talking about, yet they are the ones taking initiative for their own climate education. And even more, they're often the ones who are teaching us. Unlike the fierce young activist, the adultified minor communicates with tones of loss and disappointment. Instead of going to school, building community with friends, and feeling that excitement and imagination for their own futures, they exist in a dark dystopia where scenes of childhood are replaced with scenes of a burning world. Sometimes it can even seem that young people are more concerned about the fate of their future descendants than adults are about their own present children. Let's face it, many of us, including adults, may feel afraid or vulnerable when thinking about the climate crisis. We all might feel like that helpless child who's been abandoned by our governments and people in power. But even though we live in this dystopia together, the fact that climate change largely impacts future generations gives us an escape that younger people do not have. And by escaping, we leave behind the younger generations who will be left to face the consequences of our actions. We steal not just their overall futures, but their present childhoods. This also represents childism, or the oppression of children, because it treats children as a means to an end. It allows the current generations to consume and profit as much as they'd like, as long as the mess is cleaned up by someone else. I don't need to do my job as an adult and take responsibility for my own actions if you guys are going to do it for me. Have questions? Want to talk about your own experience? Leave us a comment. And as always, click the link in our bio for more citations, and thanks to our sponsors.